Every day is different as a veterinarian. Some good, some calmer than others, some dramatic, and even sad at times. Every patient that goes home with their family or whose suffering I can help is another reminder of why I do what I do. I am DocBott. Every day is different as a veterinarian. Some good, some dramatic. Every patient that goes home with their family or whose suffering I can help is another reminder of why I do what I do. I am DocBott.
Join me every week for a new adventure in animal medicine. I am DocBott. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Why are zoos so important? This season I will visit my friends at the Utah Hogle Zoo to show you why. Follow DocBott, that's me, right here, and on the DocBott Facebook page for new episodes.
Join DocBott every week right here on Flash TV. Follow DocBott on his DocBott Facebook page for weekly updates and trivia.
Okay, let's wait a minute. You just stay here. Yeah, we did your shots. 9 pounds. Lay down. Good girl.
Suki comes in for some vaccinations, but something's not right.
Suki came in today to get her last set of vaccinations. She's been throwing up this week, so today we're going to be taking a look at what could have caused that. It could be something she's eaten. We'll take a look.
She was throwing up in the morning for about 5 times. Okay. But then she quit and perked right back up.
Which is fine.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's something out in the yard.
Because she could have eaten grass, she could have eaten too fast, or if it was just too much too fast.
Yeah, when she's into finding the dead birds that all the neighborhood cats find and kill.
She made me bones also.
Yeah, bird bones. Perfect. You're normal. Good.
Hi, how's it going today?
Good.
How's Suki?
She's doing good.
It's gonna be your last set.
All right, we're excited. So how long after this set can she go to the park?
40 hours.
40 hours? Oh, so perfect. We've been excited.
Are we gonna spay her eventually?
Yes, you said in August. So I thought I'd make that appointment after my kids are back in school.
Summer going by okay? Staying busy?
Yeah. We're going to San Diego in August. Yeah, nice.
Well, that's fun. I get to go to Colorado in August. And Washington State.
Oh, I love Washington. I love Colorado too.
And Chicago. So I have 3 trips.
That's fun. So you're just closing down the office? You wish.
No, people don't like it when I do that.
You're a little nervous.
In fact, even if I'm out of town, people panic. Dr. Bott, no!
You can't leave ever.
Suki looks great. Do you have any concerns today?
No. I told whoever brought us in here that she had been throwing up on Tuesday quite a few times in the morning, but that she seemed to be okay. But we have lots of we have quite a big yard and lots of landscaping and lots of neighborhood cats that come and kill birds. So she's found lots of like bird bones and birds and stuff. Is that something? I mean, you're trying to get the bones out of her mouth, but is that something I should really put a lot of effort into removing from her?
Yeah, do your best.
Okay.
You know, puppies will eat anything though.
Yeah.
And so if it's just transient like that, I wouldn't worry. And
Okay.
if it's consistent vomiting, lasts longer than a day, then definitely.
Yeah, and so that's why I thought, it's like, I just watch her, but she perked right back up by that afternoon, so.
Probably just eat something that
And then agree with
they
her.
can even eat grass and cause that. So.
Oh, okay, so there's
Oh, Suki, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be gentle here.
And then just kind of the same reaction afterwards, just kind of, last time she just like slept the whole day, is that?
Normally tired, a little bit sore.
Okay,
She
yeah, she
has-
did well when the kids would pick her up.
She hasn't had, I'm gonna grab her a treat real quick. She hasn't had a rabies vaccine before.
And she just got that, right?
Yeah, so watch for any reactions.
Okay.
Anything more than being tired or sore, you need to call them, okay?
Okay, like I just got
Suki,
this itch
come
for
on.
you.
What happened? Wasn't me.
It's not gonna make it
No.
go away, Suki. There you go.
No, I think not. I think not.
That one burned too? Yeah. Suki, you want your treat? Yeah, have your treat. No? And should I break it? Want some? There you go.
I guess so.
Maybe.
Oh, step on it. There you go. Okay, so the next visit would be the spay.
Oh, the spay, that's right, that's right. Okay.
Let's call it.
And microchip her at the same time.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, okay. Just while she's already out.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Okay, keep me posted how she does.
Okay.
Good to see
I
you
will,
guys.
thank
Have a
you.
good one. See ya.
You gonna finish that, or should we just take it and go? Should we take it? Do you want to carry her treat while I go pay?
Yes.
It is kind of gross.
Okay. Get your legs under you. Okay. Got her?
Yep.
All right.
This way, sweetie. Come on.
X-rays will help me see inside of Daisy for any signs of internal obstruction or injury.
Come on. Here.
It is evident that Daisy didn't get enough milk from her mother from the beginning. Her knees are growing faster than her hips. Swelling at the growth plates presents itself as a symptom of this. We call it physitis. Despite a ravenous appetite now, she is in a negative energy state, and her body is always hungry.
She's like, no.
Come on.
Don't want to go inside, huh?
She doesn't do doors very well. All right.
This way, sweetie. Come on.
Here, do one of these.
Rusty is an excellent client of Mountain West Animal Hospital, and he takes very good care of his elk. He treats them like members of his family.
She's like, no.
Come on.
Don't want to go inside, huh?
She doesn't do doors very well.
There we go. And this is slick. I think we'll just carry you here. Little slick. 21 to 30. And let's go down to one just below that. So this is Daisy, and Daisy was abandoned by her mother. And so she's been taken care of since day one. But ever since she was found, she couldn't really stand up on her back end. And so Rusty, who owns this elk ranch that she is from, has just really taken care of her. He had to hold her up and teach her to stand and just patiently, get her to eat. These young fawns like this, so this is called a calf. Baby elk are called calves, ironically. So little calves like this are super fragile, and they have to be taught how to nurse and not having a mother, she is bonded to him, and so literally he is mama elk now to this little girl. You see how friendly she is. You can see how massive the knee is right here. The stifle on each side is just huge, and we're going to grow into that. So to me right now, what this is looking like is that it's actually just a growth difference. The head of our femur is quite small. In comparison, growth plates up here, down here, they're always a little bit bigger in the stifle than they are up here in the pelvis and proximal femur, but I don't see any major issues. There's stool right there that's passing through. Which is
Gassy tummy is a sign of not getting the vitamins and protein needed for proper growth. The tummy of an animal will get big and round and may even hurt when it is touched. I give animals a probiotic paste to help with this bloating. This has the same component found in the yogurt that we eat.
Species that way. Other deer, you can't even see them this well. Laterally though, it looks like everything looks pretty darn good. The legs are pretty straight. So I think that this calf is just going to kind of outgrow all these problems. With good food, and lots of TLC. Number one, I'm going to give some medication to kind of get things moving through the stomach, through the intestines. Once that GI tract is working, that's going to help, definitely, get things moving through better.
Okay.
And then this is just something we're going to outgrow.
Okay,
So
that's good.
Sometimes we treat with anti-inflammatories and stuff like that, but I don't think that would be necessary. You can see this is the carpus joint right here, and it's also quite swollen right here. So just rapid growth right here. These growth plates are going to continue to grow. Just really a long, lanky calf. Once we get everything moving through the intestines and stomach, then we'll be good. It's essential for these calves in the first 12 to 24 hours of life that they have colostrum. We don't think that she had if any milk from her mom at all. And so she's got a lot of catching up to do nutritionally, but she'll be good. All right, we can take her back and put her in a kennel.
Daisy was found by the owner of an elk ranch that she was abandoned by her mom. Now, this is quite common in deer and elk species where babies are abandoned. Every year this time we'll have a few calls of people that find a baby fawn in their lawn, and most of those cases are that the mom's just left the baby and it's going to be back. This owner of this elk ranch has nearly 100 animals, and he knows when there's a problem. And this was an abandoned baby, very weak, laying kind of around a muddy area of the field. And so he immediately took the baby and has been caring for it. It was so weak it couldn't stand. It didn't receive that vital colostrum, that highly nutritious milk that's full of immunoglobulins that's essential for the immune system of a newborn baby. And so this poor elk was just on death's door. And this client, Rusty, took the elk home to his house, warmed it up, taught it how to nurse, and now Daisy is bonded to him, so Rusty's mama elk to this baby. We had the elk come in this morning so we could take some x-rays. Daisy still seems to be quite weak in the hind end. Our assessment today is we took those x-rays, and you can definitely see that there's some incongruency with the bone growth back there in the hips and the knees. I'm assuming that it's something that we're going to outgrow. We'll just have to follow up and see. One thing that I do notice is the GI system is not working very well on this baby, and so we're going to give some medications to try to stimulate that. Give some probiotics, just try to get everything regulated. We're going to feed this baby elk in just a minute, and we're going to place ear tags in its ears. Domestic elk, are required here in Utah to have tags in their ears. So we put a regular ear tag identifying the baby, and then there's what's called an RFID tag. That's an electronic tag that is almost like a microchip that you can read. Elk are regulated by the state in Utah. Reindeer are regulated by the state and by the federal government. So for me to have reindeer at Mountain West Animal Hospital, I have to have an exhibition license, a zoo license. And it's quite a process. You apply for a license from the USDA, and then you have to have what's called a certificate of registration from the Division of Wildlife Resources here in Utah. And getting those is an arduous process, lots of inspections. The USDA comes here very frequently and inspects the clinic to make sure that the environment is appropriate for the reindeer, that the animals are healthy. Rusty's herd is the tamest herd I've ever been around. And I have some really good footage where I go out and, if we have to vaccinate these animals elk are way more wild than reindeer. They don't have halters, you can't lead them or anything like that. And so a lot of our drug delivery is via darts. So there's a rifle that has a 22 blank charge in it, and we shoot darts of medication. They hit these animals and then fall out. Inject the medicine, and then they fall out on the ground, and we go pick those darts up. And so a lot of the medicine with wild animals is delivered with that. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Pugsy the pug is getting a spay, but DocBott finds something else while in the tummy.
Early spaying and neutering prevents unwanted puppies and multiple types of cancer in dogs and cats, including mammary, ovarian, and testicular cancers. Umbilical hernias are common in pugs. I will fix Pugsy's hernia while I'm in there performing her spay.
Tiny one like this, I'm not too concerned at all about it. This will be very, very easy to fix. So Jake is a fourth-year veterinary student, and part of your fourth year of veterinary school, you do what's called a preceptorship, where you get to spend a month at a clinic. And for me, one of the highlights of veterinary school, and a lot of who I am came from my month as a preceptor. And so when I bought this clinic, my goal was to be able to try to provide something similar for fourth-year veterinary students. And Jake is our very first preceptor, so it's kind of fun to, as a veterinarian, you get to interact with a lot of people, and it's kind of funny that just randomly one day, a girl I dated 15 years ago comes in with a pet. Kind of fun. So this is a good little family dog, and I can tell that the kids absolutely adore this pet. So young dogs like this are a lot easier to spay. The uterus is small. It's best to spay a dog before their first heat. That's the maximum health benefit. So this is perfect time to spay this dog. It makes for a lot easier surgery. Before the first heat, you've got the lowest chance that that dog's going to have breast cancer later in life, mammary adenocarcinoma. But really, why we recommend spaying is population control. And there are other alternatives that I provide here at Mountain West Animal Hospital also, apart from just spaying. I do vasectomies on dogs. I also will do what's called an ovary-sparing spay, which is just a hysterectomy where they keep their ovaries. That renders them, of course, sterile, but at the same time they get to keep their ovaries and then those hormones that are produced. It's interesting, in humans, the hormones that are produced by the ovaries are correlated with quality of life and happiness. And so if a woman goes through, is essentially spayed, has an ovarial hysterectomy, they are routinely placed on hormone supplements after the surgery. And we don't really do that in dogs. But it makes you wonder, in dogs, are these hormones important? Are they correlated? And the answer to that is we really don't know. We do know that there are certain diseases that are more common after spaying that are correlated with spaying. We know their metabolism slows down. We know that they're more prone to ligament ruptures and bone problems. Osteoporosis is a big deal in women. Dogs do not go through menopause. They will cycle and are fertile up until the day they die. Okay, so we've just closed the subcutaneous tissue. So the nice thing about being able to go out and do a preceptorship during your fourth year is that you're getting hands-on practice. In a university setting, they teach you the latest and greatest. You've got MRIs, CAT scans, linear accelerators for cancer treatment. the best of the best. But not every veterinary facility has that. And there are specialty referral centers that do, but there's a big demand for a clinic like Mountain West Animal Hospital that provides general veterinary services. And what we do here is we provide the best care that we're capable of. And this gives Jake some really good hands-on experience that's not in a university setting, but at the same time it's very practical. He can come and he can learn about how to run a business. Clinics like this are kind of they're not very common anymore. It seems that veterinary medicine is moving more and more towards corporatization, which really makes me sad, because I can provide a customer service here that's really unique, and when people come in here, I want them to feel that I really care about them. I don't want them to get the feeling that I'm in this just for money or that I'm in this just to make a buck. I want them to feel that I care about them and their pets. In my preceptorship, I first worked with deer and moose, and I would have never had the courage to work on reindeer if I hadn't spent that month of my preceptorship. So when the opportunity to work on reindeer presented itself, I had already worked on moose and white-tailed deer, and so my thought process was, well, how much different can reindeer be? The answer to that is incredibly different, but I still was able to, work on them, and it's been such a fun aspect of my career. Pugsy's doing very well. We've just got a couple more sutures to put in here and we'll be done. We are going to give Pugsy a microchip today. She did request that. People think that a spay is just simple. They don't realize how invasive it is. I had to dig those ovaries out right next to the kidneys. I had to reach in and strum those ligaments. I'm literally touching the back of the kidney. I'm moving the spleen out of the way in a lot of these cases. You think about that and it's like, wow, a spay is a big deal. Despite what everybody thinks, it's a major surgery. Great job, Jake. All right, Pugsy is finished. Oh, we can look at what kind of stuff in here.
So the biggest thing before I pull this tube out is I have to make sure that their swallowing reflexes are back, just in case they vomit under anesthesia. Then this is going to help a lot to keep it down and so they don't choke. So I have to make sure that reflex is back before I can pull this tube. But we swallowed twice and I was able to take it out successfully. So now I'm just going to monitor the temperature, get her back up to above 99, and then keep checking on her throughout the day.
Join DocBott every week right here on Flash TV. Follow DocBott on his DocBott Facebook page for weekly updates and trivia.